You know, back in the 1950s through the 60s to the early 70s, KOIN had a noon show that was called KOIN Kitchen. And every month they would send out flyers to people in the mail for the recipes of that month. And recently I got a letter from Gail Overstreet in Dallas, Oregon, saying while cleaning out a house, she had found one of those flyers, one of the KOIN Kitchen flyers, and this is from December of 1967. So these are all the recipes that were on KOIN Kitchen in 1967. And some of these are pretty incredible. First of all, I was struck at the number of recipes that had the word green in them. And I thought, wouldn't it be interesting to make one of these recipes? Well, as everyone knows, in the 50s and the 60s, even in the early 70s, there were a lot of recipes that called for jello. It seems like you could put anything in jello, put it in a mold, and that was considered fine dining. Nowadays, a lot of people recoil at that. But one recipe I thought we would try is one that caught my eye. Margaret's green avocado jello salad. So I'm gonna assemble the ingredients and let's put that together from a recipe in December of 1967 on KOIN Kitchen. So we've assembled our ingredients for Margaret's green avocado jello salad. And some of these recipes are so traditional to 1950 and 60s recipes, but it calls for 1 cup of mayo, like a lot of recipes back then did, 1 cup of whipping cream, 1 can of crushed pineapple, and reserve the juice because you're gonna need that juice for this recipe, a little bit of lemon juice, just a dash. Now the recipe calls for 2 small avocados. I'm just gonna use 1 medium avocado, and you mash that up like this. And then of course, jello, and we have jello right here ready to go. So all we have to do is put all these ingredients together. So let's do that next. Okay, we start by making the jello, which is really easy. We put the pack of jello into there, and then 1 cup of hot water. And we mix that up. Dissolve it all. So that's pretty well dissolved. Let's just put this aside, bring in our next bowl, because this is where we're gonna mix all the other ingredients. So first of all, let's put the juice from the pineapple can, the crushed pineapple, a 1/2 cup into this bowl, followed by the crushed pineapple, and there's still some more in this can, so we'll get that in there. Followed by the cup of mayonnaise. Oh, there's our cup of mayonnaise. Followed by the cup of whipping cream. Followed by our crushed, our mashed avocado. I use, like I said, 1 medium. The recipe calls for 2 small. You can just use 1 medium. I think that's what I use. We already put a drop or 2 of lemon juice. We already put that in with the pineapple juice. And now here comes the fun part. We gotta fold all these ingredients together. And doesn't this look appetizing? Look at that. Oh my gosh. So this will all be suspended in our jello when we mix it all together. Now, I didn't have a jello mold. I don't think anyone has those anymore. I guess you could use a bundt cake pan, but in this case, we're just gonna use the glass bowl. We'll just use the bowl that we put the jello in. So I think we'll pour the jello now right into this. We fold everything together. Now we'll all start turning this lovely green. Wouldn't this be a great recipe for St. Patty's Day? Oh, we're having the jello salad with the pineapple chunks in it. So there you go. We mix that all together like that. You know what? The recipe also calls for, if you want to get fancy, a drop of green food coloring, but I think this is probably green enough. I think most people would agree with that. So now everything's kind of suspended in there, floating around, and now you have to let the jello set up. And that takes a few hours, probably overnight is best. So what we want to do now is put all this what we made, into the refrigerator, and then go enjoy ourselves for a few hours overnight. So I'll put this all in the refrigerator right now while it sets up. And now we just wait. So the next challenge with this recipe is getting the jello out of the mold. So whether you're using a jello mold or a bundt cake pan, in this case we were using just that glass bowl. Nothing. I've already got the finished product, but I wanted to show you how you get that jello mold out. So imagine this is all set up now in our bowl. You do a warm water bath that you sit this in for only about a minute or so just to loosen up the cold jello. And then you take a plate, put it on top of your mold. Then you flip it over like this and then slowly remove this, and then you have it right there. Let me get the finished product. I put this in the garage refrigerator because I didn't want anyone freaking out if they saw it in a regular refrigerator. But here's the finished product. And oh boy, isn't this delicious. Take a look at that. So if you had a fancier mold, it would look nice, but I know you're saying, Jeff, I really want you to try that recipe. So we'll set it out there, and let me get a spoon from over here and we'll give it a whirl. Once again, this is Margaret's green avocado jello salad, pineapple chunks, mayo, whipping cream. You can garnish this to make it look a little bit better. Maybe put a little fruit around this or something like that, but let's give it a whirl. I don't know if I should plug my nose before I take a bite of this, but let's, you know, I hate to say it, but that's not half bad. I mean, I would not serve it, but it is not half bad. I think what I'll do is keep this cold and bring it into work later this afternoon and let that be the real taste test. If I can, I might have to pay people to take a bite.
You can really smell it. I'm a little scared. It smells like lime, actually.
Yeah, it's not bad. Now, she says you can put walnuts in it, which probably would be better. It's not bad, is it? It's different.
It's surprisingly good.
It's surprisingly good.
You go first.
I don't
Give
smell
it the
anything.
smell test.
It smells so sour, like.
No, it's good.
Is it good?
Like pineapple-y flavor.
Yeah.
Go, Katie, it's your world.
Just take a big bite. She didn't.
Not bad.
That recipe, what, from 67? That's over almost 60 years old.
Is there avocado in here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's weirdly chunky.
What? like a dessert casserole.
The flavor's good, but the chunky's a little weird.
There you go. A recipe from 1967 from the KOIN Kitchen. We brought it back to life. I hope you enjoyed it.